clientele. You build clientele by giving your client a good time and showing them that the money that they're giving you is worth it. Like, you gotta have your thing gotta be wet, the cat gotta be wet, the head gotta be good. They don't want no, like, I be hearing clients tell me that girls be like, oh, just laying there not making no noise, just stiff, just ready for it to hurry up, or be rushing them, like that. And then that's how you don't keep one. And then now you gotta go find somebody else, and it's good to have regulars instead of just keep going to random people. Okay, next question. Why do you do bear? I do bear because it's extra money, and I only do bear with regulars. I don't do bear with random people, new people, and I never heard of like somebody giving fake papers out. I'm actually doing in tonight, and I have, gotta stay with the protection, gotta stay with it. So yeah. And I'd rather have a regular that's paying that $600 a night. This is sidebar, but I'd rather have that client that's paying that $600 because for that overnight is because I don't want to go meeting out with strangers and randoms. That's dangerous. Like, instead of just going to a regular that's paying $600 for the whole night, and then y'all not having.
See, but I told y'all.
Man, Black woman is through. Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. New as in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Man, the Black woman is through, man. Whoredom, prostitution, which is one of the oldest professions in the Bible. But women seem to... a lot of times in the ancient world, women often became prostitutes because they were put away from their husbands. Their husbands became, widowed, or they became widowed, and they couldn't necessarily find work or somebody else to take them in, or if they were just like a flat-out demon. Women oftentimes became prostitutes to make a living, and to make a living, so to speak, because it was a disgrace in the ancient world for a woman to not be married or without children. Now, today, women glorify this lifestyle as being a badge of honor because they have something which is called slut shaming, when basically you shame a harlot or a prostitute or a thot for their devious behaviors, man. And that's what this society breeds. It breeds whoredom. And they hold you in contempt if you call this shit out, man, because, the people, they're very sensitive, especially the women. Like America is known as the harlot or the whore of Babylon. And it makes sense that our women come in the spirit because, Keisha, man, like the scriptures say, Jake is wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You got women that's fresh out of high school or dropping out of high school to become sex workers, man, when they don't have to be. I'm talking about so-called smart women that have a so-called education, that had a proper upbringing. But yet they saying that you can make $50,000 a month on OnlyFans and selling box for outrageous prices. They said, I'd rather go that route instead. And then before you know it, they calling themselves a boss bitch, an independent woman. Can't nobody tell me shit. I don't need no nigga. I'm in my bag. But yeah, she got 1,000 bodies on her, man. And that's why this place is getting ready to be destroyed. And this is one reason why you women are going to have a hard time in hell because, hey, it's going to come a time that you're going to be giving that box up for free. We selling that box for $5, man. $2 a head. Like in Venezuela, man. And it came out. I know this was back in 2015, 2016 when Venezuela went under, when they hit economic turmoil. And this is something that they're not talking about now. It's still a wreck down there. But you had so-called doctors and nurses. I'm talking about beautiful women, 12 on an average of a scale of 10. Northern Kingdom women, doctors resulting into being streetwalkers now, selling box for $30 a man. You know what I'm saying? And these are so-called bad women, pristine women. And yet they have to sell a box, man, because they have no husbands and they need all means of survival. Okay? So this is why the Black woman, man, she's through, bro. She's giving you a list, a rundown on how to do it, where to do it, what men like, what they don't like, which I get it. It is a profession. You know, because you do have honest prostitutes out there, honestly speaking. And the scriptures say that there be harlots that go into the kingdom of heaven before you do. You're going to have whores that's going to make it out of this place in one go round before a lot of you Israelites out there, man, that's playing game with the word of the Heavenly Father. But the ones that's dishonest, the ones that don't have to do this, the ones they just want to be hoes and they want to be put on cloud nine and they want to be in their bag, they're going to be destroyed, man. Okay? Because the average woman in America, even the Edomite woman, they're a bunch of hoes and sluts. And I'm going to just call a spade a spade. But majority of our women are whores, man. Okay? Whether they, they was prostituting, whether they did it before they met you or they do it after you. Like Elder Malcolm must say, hey, man, it's going to come a time that the cock carousel going to ride you. And this is totally a disgrace. And this shows you that our nation has been pillaged. We've been conquered. And basically, we've been casted out, man. And Yahweh Shemi Shai is angry with our women. And he's getting ready to show just that. So I got a couple precepts here, man. This wasn't going to be a long lesson, man. It's just been a weird fucking week, man. Just extremely aggravated this week, man. I don't know what it is. I know it's, Jake fighting the demons and things like that. But it's something in the air, man. Like these holidays and people just in a real stupid spirit and it's, rubbing off on a minute. It's causing us to be aggravated. Like last night, man, I don't know if I was dreaming, a fucking demon ran through the house. And when I said demon ran through the house, I'm not saying like the house is haunted, but somehow, some way, we're able to tap into that fourth dimension when you're in between a dream state. Because I believe like when you're dreaming, you're like you're like in some type of, even though it's in your mind, but your mind goes to different realities, man. Different plateaus, so to speak, different dimensions almost. And when you get caught up in that cusp of sleep paralysis, then you're very prone and susceptible to crossing between those spirits. And I seen it. That motherfucker darted through my living room last night. But because I was like in a dream sleep / woke, I was able to see it. For like somebody was just power driving through the house. I'm like, God damn. And I had to laugh at it, man, because the back of my mind, I'm like, you demons. I'm like, you fucking demons or something else. Like, we're above you, damn. We're above these spirits, man. We are spirits. Okay, and Lord's will, we're the first fruit. So that shit has no dominion over us. And it pisses you off almost, man. That the fact that they got the balls to try it. But, that's the test of the Heavenly Father. So it's just been a weird fucking week, man. But anyway, this is the book of Deuteronomy 23. And I'm going to start at verse 17. It says, there should be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor sodomite of the sons of Israel. Now, when you go into this word whore, it goes into a temple harlot. Okay, like women, temple harlots, man. Okay, oftentimes like idolatrous practices, worshiping different gods. Like, you had Israelites and Israelite women that went and bowed before or kneeled before Baal, and Molech, gave their sacrifices up to the Queen of Heaven. Temple harlots like Beyonce, she would be considered a temple harlot. Carly B would be a temple harlot. Megan Thee Stallion would be a temple harlot. Okay, but when you look up that word harlot, that word whore, it goes into the Hebrew word quadashah. Okay, and then you have the ha here, quadashah, but it's quadashah, which means a female temple prostitute or a harlot. Okay, so when you look this up, let's go here. Sacred prostitution, male and female temple prostitutes. Let's go here real quick. It says the second category are known as the herdulis, slave women or female priests who work within temples and serve the sexual requests or of visitors to temple. While there may not be a direct connection between temples and prostitution, many prostitutes and courtesans worship Aphrodite, the goddess of love, man. Okay, and that's absolutely right. Greek goddess of love, beauty, pleasure. And when you see that, the way that these women, when they get all dolled up and makeup, the eyelashes and shit, they're tapping into the spirit, the goddess of beauty and pleasure. It says Aphrodite is an ancient Greek goddess associated with love, lust, beauty, pleasure, passion, procreation. And as her synchronized Roman goddess counterpart, Venus desires sex, fertility, prosperity, and victory. It says Aphrodite's major symbols include seashells, myrtles, roses, doves, sparrows. Like they have the rose petals, like, back in the what do you call that shit? Valentine's Day, they have the rose petals out in the heart. Okay, but it says here, Aphrodite's major symbols include seashells, myrtles, roses, doves, sparrows, and swans. The coat of Aphrodite was largely derived from the Phoenician goddess Aristide. That's right, a cognate of the East Semitic goddess Ishtar, whose coat was based on the Sumerian coat of Iana. Okay, so when you go back to that holiday, Easter and shit, you got Ishtar, but this is Aristide, Ishtar. And then you have what do you call it, like Valentine's Day. All these rituals go back to some form of fun fashion to the ancient Babylonians, ancient Babylonians, man. And they just repackaged today and rehashed today as the same goddamn thing. Okay, so a temple hearted, just to get some understanding on that. All right. So it says a female devotee, a harlot, or a whore. And our women are a bunch of whores of our known. All right. So it says a prostitute. And our women, man, they are prostitutes. Okay. And a lot of them ain't even prostitutes for hire. They just do it because they have the liberty to do so. And this is what happens when you have a nation that's outside of the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They become profane. All right. So I did a word search on the word whore, and the word whore goes into the King James Bible 15 times. Leviticus 19:29. It says, "Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall into whoredom and the land become full of wickedness," man. All right. Leviticus 21:7. It says, "They should not take thee a wife that is a whore or profane, neither should they take a woman that is put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his power." It says in going down to verses 9, it says, "And a daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaned her father, she should be burnt with fire." Okay, and we know that every man in Israel would eventually come around to be priests of the Most High. Okay, and overall, we are the priests of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So these women, hey, they deserve to be burnt up, man. Okay, because that's the judgment of a whore, a prostitute, or a whore. Just because, like I say, you will have honest prostitutes. Like I believe Mary Magdalene, she was a prostitute, but she repented. Okay, and that's not to say that you prostitutes out there are not going to get judged, because you will have to repent. Okay, the Lord ain't just going to beam you up because you are honest hoe. No, you got to sincerely believe and repent, man. And a lot of the women that's in the truth now, a lot of them were prostitutes. A lot of them were whores, but they repented. And I say that on the account of because they've had more than one man. Okay, if you have more than one sexual partner, or if you've laid with another man outside your husband, or you had man number two after your first marriage broke up, then you are a whore, because you're not supposed to be profaned by any other man. Okay, that's an abomination according to the scriptures. All right, so this is the book of Proverbs 23, and I'm going to start at verses 27. It says, "For a whore is a deep ditch, and a strange woman a narrow pit. She also lied in wait as for prey, and increased the transgression among men." Yeah, like adultery, man. Okay, like the scriptures goes into stolen waters is sweet. Because a lot of whores commit adultery, man. Like, hey, that's a big thing among Jake family. Adultery is big among Jake. Okay, because for the simple fact, Jake is all into the rap culture. The R&B culture. Like when you look at the R&Bs back in the 90s, it ain't do nothing but promote adultery, man. Okay, R. Kelly. What's the other song? TLC. They all promoted adultery, man. Keep it on the down low. That was about adultery. They even had a video of it. TLC had a song called "Creep." What you think creeping means? When you're creeping with another man's wife, man. Like in that movie Norbit, Retribution. When Norbit was had the hots for Thandie Newton. And that was still wicked because technically she was engaged to a nigga named Dion, you know what I'm saying? Even though he was wicked as hell, Cuba Gooden. But Retribution, she said, "You're thinking about creeping, ain't you?" She said that. She used to kick Norbit ass because in this kingdom, they really think that the man can cheat on a fucking woman, man. Hey, men can't cheat on women. Men are allowed to have as many women as they can deal with, man. Okay, as long as they're not popping another man's woman, okay, committing adultery or some type of incestual act, then, hey, it's all good. So a man can't cheat. If you got a wife and you got another wife on the side, whatever, hey, you ain't going off for that, okay? But this sissified kingdom will make you think that, man, and you fuck around your house, you feeling guilty Oh man, you gonna get other chick as much time because you worried about your main wife, how she's gonna feel. Look, we coming into the time now that you women, you gonna have to deal with sharing your man, okay? And if you don't like it, then you can just step. And I know that ruffles a lot of feathers, but hey, we ain't got time for that bullshit, man. Okay, you women, you getting right, you gonna have to share your man. In the kingdom, you gonna share your man with thousands of women. Okay, we had to share you with fucking hundreds of men on this side. You know, and you're gonna love it, man. All right, so it says here, she also lay in wait as prey and increased the transgression among men. All right, and that's the point. You know, so Jake, man, be careful when dealing with these women, man. These women will get you set up out here. Okay, because a lot of them that you talk to, they got boyfriends already. Even if they lie about that shit, hey, they got men already. And if she lies about it, it's because it's something she want from you. So, hey, man, be careful, man. You know, when it comes to the vetting process, and you know you're dealing with a woman that has a child by another man, hey, you gotta vet that shit, man. Make sure that the nigga is not in the picture, because baby mamas have a good history on getting back with the baby daddy if the door is still open. You know, because Jake women, they don't necessarily shut that door on their child's father, man. You know, go here to book of Proverbs 6th chapter. Proverbs 6. Let's start at verses 6. And let's start at verses 24, even though this goes into wisdom. But this is manifold. It says, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instructions are the way of life, because we know rebuke is part of our heritage. So for you sisters out there that may have this whorish spirit, you got to get that in check, man. Okay, because by you being born again and coming into the truth, you have to cast off the old way. You can't be jumping brother to brother. Oh, man, that brother is beautiful. Oh, hell, nah. If you sister see a brother you like, you know what I'm saying, then find a way to letting them know, man. But at the same time, man, if you find a brother that you like in this thing, and that's the brother you like to watch him teach, then that's the only man you should be watching teaching, man, okay? I don't want to see the same woman on 20 different comment boards. Shalom, beloved brother. Fuck all that, man. Get out that choosing spirit. If you like a brother and that's who you want to deal with, man, or whatever, if he got space or room for you, find out how to let him know, and then you only watch his videos. Stop jumping around. That shit irritates me, man, and I get it, like we're a body. You know what I'm saying? And you got some honest sisters out there that may already be married and things like that. So you see them on different comment boards, but it's just like you see the same shit. It's like I feel like y'all in the spirit of choosing, okay? And that ain't your lot to be choose. You can't choose the man you want, okay? The men choose you. You know, so if you like a particular brother or you think he's handsome or however he teaches, then you need to figure out how to get in contact with that man, and then you need to make something happen and stop playing games, because we're in a time now that all these men, all these brothers are complaining about how demonic their current wives are. But you sisters, you ain't extending an olive branch to that shit, man. Okay, you give shaloms and heart emojis and bubbly faces, but yet you ain't trying to come under the brother's dominionship. So how sincere is your shalom? You know, and I question that, man. Okay, because like a lot of you are still in that worldly mindset. Well, I'm going to wait till, you know, until hell break loose. Then I'm going to go get me a man. Nah, fuck all that, man. All right, we ain't playing that pity pat shit on this side. But it says here, it says to keep thee from the evil woman, from the flattery of the tongue of the strange woman, which is wisdom. But overall, man, it's still talking about women in retrospect. Lust not after her beauty in thy heart, and let not her slack. Let me read it again. It says, lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids, because that's one thing about the beauty of a woman. The first thing you look at outside of the ass and the titties and the hips and the feet, man, all that good stuff, the hands, whatever you may like, you look in her eyes, man, okay? Because it ain't nothing like a woman that got beautiful eyes, man. That's why the scriptures say, hey, desire not her for pleasure, man. Okay, you know she's a whore, or you know she's just a raggedy imbecile, man. You got to kind of stay away from that, you know. And we understand Jake is sexually deprived in his kingdom. You know, so Jake kind of take what they can get, but even then, man, it's like a balance to it, you know. But it says, lust not after her beauty in thy heart, neither let her take thee with her eyelids. For by means of a whorish woman, a man is brought to a piece of bread, and the adulterers will hunt for precious life, man, okay? Because you got adulterous women that sincerely look to get men killed out here. You know, she know that her husband is crazy. He's a lunatic. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't trust her, but yet she'll still get a nigga her number and invite him over to the crib, knowing she just threw the nigga out. And then before you know it, one situation leads to another. Somebody gets shot up, then somebody gets locked up, and then at the end of the day, you dead, he's in jail, or you in jail, he's dead, and then she gets away and she's able to destroy another helpless soul. That's wickedness, man. That's why it says, can a man take fire in his bosom and his clothes be not burned? Because it's comparing it to adultery, which is that's a heavy esteemed thing in our nation right now. Okay, adultery is glorified in this kingdom. Women always gloat on the fact that they got a nigga on the side. She got a men for her hands and men for her feet, men for a Birkin bag, men for stiletto heels, men for a rent, men for a light bill, men for a gas bill, men for a car note, men for insurance, men to take her out. And she just got the man that she likes, that she's gonna give it to for the low or for free. And it's just crazy. That's why it says here, can one go upon hot coals and his feet be not burnt? Though he that goeth to his neighbor's wife, whosoever toucheth her shall not be innocent. But men do not despise a thief if he still satisfy his soul when he's hungry. Yep, Salaki, let me keep going. But if he be found, he should restore sevenfold, and he should give the substance of his house. But whosoever committed adultery with the woman lacketh understanding, and he destroyed his own soul. Yeah, because you're going to get destroyed, man. Lord don't play with adultery, because look at what we did. We played the harlot with many nations, man, and look at what the Most High did to us as a nation. So how much would he do to a particular individual? You know, that's why it says, a wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach should not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance, and he will not regard ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou receive as many gifts, man. Hold up. There was another precept I wanted. I think it's still in Proverbs when the scriptures go into the dead are there. Yep, Proverbs 9. This is actually the one I wanted. Proverbs 9:17. It says, stolen waters are sweet, and bread is eaten in secret is pleasant. But he that knoweth not that the dead are there, right? And that all her guests are in the depths of hell, man. That's what happens when you deal with these whores. Now, it's true. All our women are whores, man. All of them. But it's levels to the whoredom. You got some women that's honestly trying to turn it around. You know, that's maybe been with 5, 6, 7, 8 dudes. 15 dudes, man, and it's hard to really deal with that, but overall, you got to understand we're in this fucked up kingdom. We in this flesh, man. You know what I'm saying? We were totally stripped from our nationality and our heritage. So, you know, there is a such thing as repentance, but it is levels to it. Certain brothers, they just say, you know what, I'm gonna wait to the kingdom, and hey, I can't knock you. If you can wait to the kingdom, hey, brother, that's a cold, man, that's a beautiful spirit. I wish I did have that spirit, but unfortunately, I don't have that spirit, you know, to wait to the kingdom to deal with women, you know. So, you know, it's just a thing of faith at the end of the day. One last precept. This is the book of Sirach 26, and I'm going to start at verses 8. It says, a drunken woman and a guide abroad causeth great anger, and she would not cover her own shame. Yeah, they don't. You know, like I said, they glorify being whores. It says, the whoredom of a woman may be known in her eyelids and her holy looks. Okay, and for thy daughter be shameless, keep her hand straightly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And this is what we're seeing. Okay, overmuch liberty. You to the point, women are out here careless, without a care in the world, without a consequence. They don't fear consequences, man, because they know that they're protected. All right, ain't no way in hell you should be out going to a gas station 1 o'clock at night on a Saturday and you see a bunch of cackling baboons. I mean, you got bitches literally twerking on top of cars and parking lots, man, and putting that shit on fucking social media like it's cute. But it's going to come a time that you ain't going to be able to do that because you're going to have martial law grabbing you up and doing and having a way with you. Then I guarantee you all that energy that you women had, that independent boss bitch shit, that shit going right out the window. Okay, because we understand that you women, you falter under pressure. Okay, you can't withstand adversity. And time will prove that. And it says here, watch over the impotent eye and marvel not as she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler, And when he have had a fountain and drink of every water near her, that water goes until you know what, when she put in her mouth on that rod, and by every hedge where she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. So if you got a project bitch like what's this guy's name? I think it was Juvenile, one of them niggas, man, with Cash Money. They had a song called I Need Me a Project Bitch, a hood rat bitch. And you already know where that goes. She's fucking everybody in the world. You know, every nigga on every block is hitting that same chick, man. You know? So, hey, just be careful, brothers, man. But with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom.